Welcome back. As a part of the previous lecture, we understood how do we read Parquet files. Also, we understood more about the Parquet file format. As a part of this lecture, we'll try to understand more on ORC format. By the way, what is ORC format? ORC file format is a self-describing type-aware columnar file format designed for Hadoop workloads. It is one of the file format or a storage format in the Hadoop ecosystem. One of the very important aspect of the ORC is it is optimized for streaming the reads, and also it has an integrated support for finding the rows quickly as compared to the other format. Coming to the Spark, ORC actually has no options. The reason being, Spark understands the ORC file format really well. We understood ORC is also a columnar format, and we have already seen in our earlier lecture that Parquet file format is also a columnar format. If ORC is also columnar format, Parquet is also columnar format, then what is the difference? How they are different? For most part of the files, they are pretty much same, but only the difference is Parquet is optimized for Spark, ORC is optimized for Hive. That is the only difference. When you read and write a data from a Parquet file format in Spark, it has a better efficiency as compared to the reading and writing a ORC file in Spark. But on the other hand, if you look at the Hive, ORC file format works best for the Hive as compared to the Parquet file format. Reading a ORC file format is almost same as that of reading a Parquet, reading a CSV or reading a JSON files. All I have got to do is invoke the Spark session, invoke the read attribute, specify the format, that is ORC, rest of the things would be same. To summarize, invoke the Spark session by using a Spark and invoke the data frame reader by using a read attribute and specify the format as a ORC. That is how you read the ORC files. How about writing the ORC files? That is also pretty much same as that of writing a CSV file. You got to give the data frame name, invoke data frame writer by an attribute write, then provide the format, that is ORC, and provide the path into which you would want to write the ORC files. Wonderful. Please try reading and writing into ORC files. Let us see as a part of the practicals how reading from a ORC file and writing into a ORC file is almost same as that of Parquet format or any other format like JSON and CSV. Let us take one example and see this. Let us try to get a hang of how does the ORC file look like. This is where I have stored the file. Let me go ahead and open this. As that of Parquet format, ORC format is also almost similar to that. We have already seen that as a part of our conceptual class. If you see the ORC, we are not able to make out much as that of CSV file. CSV file is very easy to comprehend, very easy to understand. All the values or all the columns are separated by the commas or any separators. But in this case, we can see some binary formats and all those things are there as a part of the ORC. We will not be able to make much sense out of the ORC file in the similar way, we were not able to make some sort of Parquet file format if you just open the file. Now that we got a hang of how does the ORC file look like, let us try to read that and understand that how to read a ORC file. What we will do is, instead of writing the whole code, we'll repurpose our code and read a ORC file. I will just change this to dflight ORC and change the format here. Instead of JSON, go ahead and provide ORC. Let other two options remain same. Header is true and option inferring the schema from the file same. Here, let me go ahead and change the path where I have stored the ORC files. Let me look at, I don't think it is 2015, it is 2010. Let me go ahead and give that file name here. We are all set. Let us go ahead and execute this and see how we are reading the ORC file, creating the data frame out of it. Here is my Spark. Done. Let me go ahead. See, there you go. We have a same file, 2010 summary. We have around 255 records. Let us go ahead and check that. Yes, we do have 255 records. This is how we read a ORC file. It is same as that of reading other files. Now that we have read, how do we write into a ORC file? Let us see that as well. Here we'll do something different. What we'll do is we'll read a Parquet format file and create a data frame. From that data frame, we'll go ahead and write that into ORC format. Let's do that now. I think this should be already ready. Let me go ahead and execute this. Okay, there you go. Show. Yes, we do have this data frame by reading a Parquet file. Now we'll use this data frame and write that into ORC format. I will reuse again our previous code. Instead of dflight, I will say df Parquet. I'm using a data frame writer here and then format. Then instead of Parquet, let's go ahead and give a ORC here. We need to provide the path into which we are writing this file. Let's copy this path and give that path here. Provide the name of the file. 2010 summary Parquet df to ORC file. The extension is ORC. We are all set. We are writing a data frame created from a Parquet format into ORC file. It is same. We are giving a name of the data frame here. We are using a data frame writer. We are using a format as a ORC, and we are using a save mode instead of load. Load we use while creating the data frame by reading the file. Done. Let us see if this particular file is there in the path where we have specified. Yes, we do have. Look at this. This is how we write into ORC file. Wonderful. Do practice. Thank you.